What if I told you that the world you see, the life you live, and the experiences you encounter are but a reflection of what you dare to believe? That beyond the veil of sight lies an infinite realm of possibilities, waiting, yearning to be revealed through the sheer force of faith. Not the wavering faith of mere hope, but the unwavering conviction that what you desire is already yours, even before your senses can confirm it. Faith is not blind, it is the most piercing vision of all. It does not wait for proof, it creates the proof. It does not ask for signs, it is the sign. When you dare to believe in the unseen as if it were already seen, you set the wheels of creation in motion. The world is but a mirror, faithfully reflecting back to you the images you hold within. Everything you will ever need, every dream you long to fulfill, and every door you wish to see open already exists within you. The key is not in the struggle of the outer world, but in the alignment of your inner world. Your thoughts, your feelings, your unwavering assumption of truth. These are the architects of your reality. Doubt whispers, see it first, then believe. But faith commands, believe first, and you shall see. This is the great secret, the divine law that governs creation. The moment you accept a thing as real in your mind, it begins to crystallize in the world of form. You are not a passive observer of life, you are the creator of it. Look beyond what your eyes reveal. Close them if you must, and see with the eye of faith. Feel the reality of your desire as though it were already fulfilled. Walk as if you already possess that which you seek, and watch as the unseen bends to the command of your inner certainty. Faith is the bridge between where you stand and where you wish to be. It is not an idle wish, but a living force. A force that shapes mountains, parts seas, and makes the impossible inevitable. Do not look to circumstances to confirm what is possible. Look within and declare it so. To those who say, I will believe it when I see it, I say you will see it only when you believe it. For the world around you is but a canvas upon which your beliefs are painted. Let those beliefs be bold, unwavering, and unshakable. Let them be rooted not in what is, but in what can be. What already is, in the realm of the unseen, waiting for your faith to call it forth. Faith is the unseen architect of all that you will ever experience. It does not rely on evidence from the senses, nor does it wait for the world to affirm its reality. Instead, it moves with the confidence of one who already knows the end from the beginning. When you embrace faith as the governing principle of your life, you no longer waver between doubt and belief. You no longer ask if your desires will manifest. You know they must, for faith is the law that governs creation itself. Look around you. Everything you see, every building, every invention, every great achievement, once existed solely in the unseen realm of thought. The minds that birthed these wonders did not wait for proof. They knew. They accepted their vision as reality before the world had any evidence of it. This is the way of creation. To bring forth what is unseen, you must first believe in it so completely that it becomes more real to you than what your eyes perceive. The mistake most people make is that they place their faith in the world outside of them rather than in the power within them. They look at conditions, at circumstances, at what others say is possible, and they allow these external things to dictate their beliefs. But faith does not concern itself with appearances. Faith transcends the limitations of time and space. Faith sees what is not yet visible and declares it done. Doubt is the destroyer of all possibility. It is the voice that whispers, what if it doesn't work? What if I fail? What if I'm only deceiving myself? But hear me when I say the only deception is the belief in lack, in limitation, in impossibility. The only failure is the failure to believe. The only thing standing between you and the life you desire is your ability to persist in faith, to remain unshaken no matter what the outer world presents. The world is simply a reflection of your inner state. It does not create, it only mirrors. If you believe yourself to be limited, your world will reflect limitation. If you believe yourself to be abundant, your world will overflow with abundance. This is not wishful thinking. This is law. The outer world must conform to the image you hold within. There is no other way. When you impress upon your mind the certainty of your desires, when you live from the state of the wish fulfilled, you shift your entire reality. You no longer beg, you no longer hope, you know. And in that knowing, in that deep and abiding faith, the unseen forces of creation move to bring forth what you have accepted as truth. Do not allow the evidence of your senses to shake your conviction. The senses are bound by the past, by what has been, but faith moves in the realm of what can be. If you allow yourself to be guided by what you see now, you will only repeat the same patterns, the same experiences over and over again. But if you dare to close your eyes and see with the inner vision of faith, you will call forth an entirely new reality. Think of the great figures throughout history who changed the course of the world. They did not wait for proof. They believed. They held within them a vision so clear, so absolute, that it had no choice but to materialize. They did not allow doubt to take root. They did not falter in their conviction. And because they remained steadfast in their belief, they bent reality to match their vision. This same power resides within you. There is no special gift required, no external force needed. The only thing required is the willingness to believe, fully, completely, without hesitation. If you can master this, there is nothing you cannot achieve. The problem is not that people lack faith. The problem is that they place their faith in the wrong things. They have faith in failure, in struggle, in disappointment. They believe in lack more than they believe in abundance. They trust in their fears more than they trust in their dreams. And so, their faith, misplaced as it is, delivers exactly what they expect. But when you shift your faith, when you direct it toward the unseen good that is waiting to manifest in your life, you will see miracles unfold before you. You will witness the impossible become possible. You will step into a reality that once seemed beyond your reach, only to realize it was always there, waiting for you to claim it. Faith is not passive. It does not wait idly, hoping for change. It acts, it assumes, it moves as though what is desired is already here. If you desire wealth, do not wait for it to come before you feel wealthy. Feel it now. Move through the world with the confidence of one who already possesses great abundance. If you desire love, do not wait for another to provide it. Become love itself. Live as though you are already cherished, already adored, and watch as the world reflects this back to you. This is not pretending, this is not wishful thinking, this is the law of assumption in action. You assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, and by doing so you summon it into existence. The world has no choice but to obey. It is bound by the unseen forces that respond to your inner state. But you must persist. Faith that wavers is no faith at all. If you plant a seed and then dig it up each day to see if it is growing, you will never see the harvest. Faith is the patience to know that what has been set in motion must come to pass. It does not entertain doubt, for doubt is the only thing that can delay or derail the manifestation of your desires. Do not say, "I will believe when I see." Say instead, "I will see because I believe." This is the only truth that matters. All else is illusion. There is no power outside of you greater than the power within you. There is no force that can stop you except your own doubt. The moment you cast aside hesitation, the moment you embrace faith as the sole governing force of your life, the moment you step boldly into the unseen as though it were already made manifest, at that moment the universe bends to your will. You are not here to struggle. You are not here to be a victim of circumstances. You are here to create, to shape, to mold reality according to the vision you hold within. But you must believe before you see. You must walk in the assumption of your desire fulfilled before it is confirmed by the world. And when you do, you will marvel at the power you possess. You will stand in awe of the way life rearranges itself to match your inner conviction. You will no longer live as one who hopes. You You will live as one who knows. And in that knowing, the unseen will become seen. The impossible will become inevitable, and your world will transform before your very eyes. Faith is the master key that unlocks the unseen, the force that calls forth that which is hidden into the realm of experience. It is not a mere wish, nor is it a desperate plea. It is the unwavering certainty that what is imagined, what is felt in the depths of your being, is more real than what your senses suggest. The world you see is only a shadow of what has already taken form in the unseen. The moment you claim a thing as yours in consciousness, it begins to weave itself into the fabric of reality, moving through the unseen corridors of existence until it stands fully formed before you. Most people live in response to the world, allowing their beliefs to be shaped by what their eyes perceive. They see lack, and so they believe in lack. They see struggle, and so they assume struggle must always be their lot. But faith does not look at the world and react. Faith looks within and creates. It does not take instruction from appearances, but gives instruction to them. If you wish to change what is seen, you must first alter what is unseen. If you desire a different reality, you must first believe it into being. This is why you cannot wait for evidence before believing. To do so is to misunderstand the very nature of creation. All things, whether great or small, grand or simple, first existed as unseen realities, formed in the silent chambers of thought and imagination before they emerge into the visible world. Nothing can exist in the outer world unless it first exists in the inner world. Your inner state is the blueprint from which your outer world is constructed. You are always creating, always shaping, always calling forth realities, whether you realize it or not. You need not struggle to bring forth what is already yours. The seed of your desire was planted within you for a reason, and the moment you claim it in faith, you initiate an unseen process that must bring it forth. But you must nurture that seed with unwavering belief. You must water it with conviction and shield it from the weeds of doubt. If you allow fear and uncertainty to take root, they will choke out the growth of that which was meant to flourish in your life. Think of the moments in your life when you were certain of an outcome before it happened. Perhaps you knew deep within you that an opportunity would come, and so it did. Perhaps you felt with absolute confidence that something wonderful was about to unfold, and reality responded in kind. These were not coincidences. They were the manifestations of your faith in action, proof that what you assume to be true in the depths of your being must eventually be made visible. But the greatest challenge most people face is that they do not persist in faith. They begin with belief, but when they do not see immediate results, they falter. They allow the world to dictate whether they should continue believing. But this is not faith. It is doubt disguised as hope. Faith does not ask how long will it take. Faith does not check for signs of progress. Faith knows that what is unseen is already as real as what is seen, and it holds firm in that. Do not be like the one who plants a seed and then digs it up each day to see if it is sprouted. Such a person will never see the harvest. Instead, be like the one who plants in confidence, knowing that the process of growth is unfolding beneath the surface, even when it cannot yet be seen. Hold your faith with that same certainty and watch as the unseen becomes visible in its appointed time. There is no force in existence that can withhold from you that which you claim in faith. There is no barrier, no obstacle, no circumstance that can stand against the power of a mind that knows what it wants and refuses to accept anything less. The world conforms to the convictions you hold most deeply. If you believe in limitation, you will experience limitation. If you believe in expansion, in abundance, in success, you will walk into a world that reflects exactly that. The key is to feel the reality of your desire as though it were already yours. Do not look at what is missing. Look at what is already present within you. Feel the joy of having, the gratitude of receiving, the certainty of being. Live from the end, from the place where your wish is already fulfilled. When you assume this state fully, the world has no choice but to yield to your assumption. Many will say, "But I see no sign of change. I see no proof that what I desire is coming to pass." To them I say, you are looking in the wrong place. The proof is not found in the world outside of you, but in the world within you. If you have claimed something in faith, if you have accepted it as your truth, then it is already done. The outer world will catch up in time, but the work of creation is complete the moment you believe. Doubt is the only thing that can delay your manifestations. Fear is the only thing that can block what is meant for you. If you find yourself wavering, remind yourself of this: the unseen is more real than the seen. Just as the roots of a great tree are hidden beneath the earth long before its branches reach toward the sky, so too is your manifestation taking shape in the unseen before it reveals itself to the senses. Faith is not about waiting, it is about knowing. It is about walking as though you already possess that which you seek. It is about moving through life with the certainty that what you have claimed is already yours. And when you walk in this knowing, the world must shift to accommodate the reality you have accepted. Do not concern yourself with how your desires will come to pass. The mind that is limited by the senses will always seek explanations, will always look for a logical path. But faith does not concern itself with logic. Faith knows that the unseen forces of life are far greater than human understanding. Faith does not ask how, it only declares it is done. You must persist. You must remain steadfast. Even when the world gives you every reason to doubt. Even when circumstances appear unchanged. Even when nothing seems to move. For what you see now is only the shadow of past beliefs. If you hold firm to your new assumption, the old reality will fade, and the new will take its place. This is not speculation, this is law. Everything in your life is the result of the beliefs you have accepted as true. Everything you have experienced, whether joyful or painful, has been shaped by the assumptions you have held within. And the moment you shift those assumptions, the moment you replace doubt with certainty, the moment you step fully into the state of knowing, everything must change. There is no need to struggle, there is no need to fight against what is. Simply turn your attention to what will be and accept it as your reality now. Walk in that state, live in that feeling, breathe in that truth, and watch as the world transforms before your very eyes. You were never meant to live by sight alone. You were meant to see with the eye of faith, to create with the power of belief, to call forth the unseen with the certainty that it is already yours. And when you master this, you will never again ask, is it possible? You will simply know. And in that knowing, the world will bow to your command, and the unseen will reveal itself in perfect form, just as you have believed. Faith is the hidden force that shapes all reality. It is the quiet yet undeniable power that stands behind every creation, every transformation, and every miracle the world has ever witnessed. Those who grasp its significance understand that they are never at the mercy of circumstances. They are not bound by the limitations of the past, nor are they subject to the whims of fate. Instead, they stand as masters of their destiny, architects of their world, shaping and molding life according to the vision they hold within. Look upon the world and see it for what it truly is, a mirror reflecting back to you the contents of your mind. If you wish to change what appears before you, you must first change what you believe to be true. The unseen forces of life move in response to your assumptions, your convictions, your unwavering certainty that what you claim in faith is already yours. It does not matter whether the outer world has caught up yet. It does not matter whether others see what you see. What matters is that you hold your belief so firmly, so completely, that the world has no choice but to conform. Most people live their lives in quiet resignation, believing they are bound by what they can see, hear, and touch. They believe in struggle because struggle is what they have always known. They believe in scarcity because scarcity is what has been presented to them. But this is not truth. This is merely conditioning. The moment they dare to believe in something greater, the moment they embrace faith as their guide, the entire structure of their world begins to shift. Do not look to the world to affirm what is possible. Do not wait for permission to believe in your own power. The evidence you seek will not come from the outside, it will come from within. If you dare to believe in your unseen potential, if you dare to accept that your desires are already fulfilled, you will witness reality bending in ways you never imagined possible. The great figures of history, those who shaped nations, who defied the odds, who created masterpieces, who turned dreams into reality, had one thing in common. They did not wait for the world to tell them what was possible. They knew, they moved in faith, acting as though the unseen was already visible, as though their vision was already reality, and because they did, the world had no choice but to catch up. This is the great secret that few truly understand. The world does not create your beliefs create your world. If you assume yourself to be limited, you will see nothing but limitations. If you assume yourself to be abundant, you will find abundance flowing into your life from all directions. If you assume yourself to be powerless, you will remain powerless. But the moment you shift your assumption, the moment you declare, "It is done," everything begins to change. You must walk in the state of the wish fulfilled. You must live as though what you desire is already yours. You must feel the joy of having, the satisfaction of receiving, the confidence of knowing. And when you do, the unseen will move in ways that defy explanation. The people, the circumstances, the opportunities, all will begin to align in perfect harmony with the reality you have accepted within. Doubt is the only thing that can stand in your way. The moment you entertain the thought that perhaps it will not happen, that perhaps you are mistaken, that perhaps you have been foolish to believe, you delay the very thing you seek. But if you hold firm, if you remain unwavering, if you refuse to be shaken by appearances, the unseen must become seen. It is not a question of if, it is only a matter of when. Many will tell you to be realistic, to accept things as they are, to settle for what seems possible. But faith does not concern itself with what seems possible. Faith moves mountains. Faith parts seas. Faith transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary. If you are willing to stand firm in your conviction, if you are willing to see with the eye of faith rather than the eye of flesh, you will come to know a power greater than anything the world has taught you to believe. You do not need to know how it will happen. You do not need to concern yourself with the mechanics of manifestation. That is not your work. Your work is to believe, to assume, to persist, to remain unshaken no matter what appears before you. The world may tell you that your desires are impossible. Circumstances may suggest that nothing is changing, but hold fast. The world is merely catching up to what you have already claimed in faith. It may take days, weeks, or even months, but what you have accepted as truth will manifest in its perfect time. There is no need to strain, no need to force, no need to worry. Creation is effortless when it is done from the place of certainty. When you align yourself with faith, you no longer struggle to make things happen, you allow them to unfold. You no longer chase opportunities, they find you. You no longer seek confirmation, the world confirms what you have already declared within. This is the secret of all great success, the foundation of all true power. You must believe before you see. The moment you wait for proof before you believe, you have already placed yourself in a position of doubt. But the moment you declare that what you desire is already yours, the unseen begins to shift. The currents of existence begin to move, and reality begins to rearrange itself to bring forth that which you have accepted as true. Hold fast to your vision. Walk with the confidence of one who already possesses that which they seek. Speak not of what is lacking, but of what is already done. Feel the reality of your desire as though it were already present, and know, without a shadow of doubt, that it must come to pass. For in the realm of faith, nothing is impossible, and all things are already yours. Faith is not a mere idea, it is the force that governs all creation. It does not ask whether something is possible, it declares it so. It does not wait for circumstances to confirm its truth. It moves forward in absolute conviction, knowing that the unseen is more real than what the senses perceive. When you truly grasp this, you will never again hesitate, Never again look to the world for permission to believe. You will stand in your own authority, knowing that what you accept as true within must eventually manifest without. Look at the vastness of creation. The stars, the oceans, the mountains. None of these things appeared by chance. They were spoken into existence, brought forth by an unseen intelligence that knew no limitation, no restriction, no impossibility. And this same power resides within you. It is the power of assumption, the power of belief, the power of absolute faith in the unseen. The moment you claim something as your own, the moment you declare it to be real, the wheels of creation begin to turn in your favor. But to those who waver, to those who believe one moment and doubt the next, reality remains unchanged. For faith is not a temporary state, it is a way of being. It is a constant, unwavering certainty that what is desired is already yours. And this is where so many fail, not because they lack power, but because they lack persistence. They allow what their eyes see to dictate what they believe, rather than allowing what they believe to dictate what their eyes will see. And so, if you would only hold firm, if you would only refuse to accept anything less than the fulfillment of your desires, you would see miracles unfold before you. You would witness reality shifting in ways that defy logic, ways that seem impossible to those who rely only on the evidence of the senses. But to you, it would be no surprise, for you would know that faith does not bend to the world bends to faith. The great secret is this: the moment you assume something to be true, it is true. It may not yet be visible, but it is already taking shape, already moving toward manifestation. And if you persist, if you do not waver, if you refuse to be shaken by appearances, it must come to pass. It is not a question of if, but when. And when it does, you will look back and realize that it was never in doubt, that the outcome was certain from the very beginning. The world will always test you. It will present you with reasons to doubt, reasons to fear, reasons to give up. But these are mere illusions, shadows attempting to distract you from the truth. And the truth is this: what you hold in faith, you will hold in your hands. What you see within, you will see without. What you assume to be real will become real. Do not be like those who wait for proof before believing. Do not be like those who look to the world for confirmation before they dare to assume their desires are already fulfilled. Be among those who know, who walk in confidence, who act as though their dreams are already reality. For these are the ones who shape the world, who move mountains, who create something out of nothing. I think when you walk in faith, you are no longer bound by the past. You are no longer limited by what has been. You stand in the realm of infinite possibility, knowing that you are the creator of your own experience. And in this knowing, you become unstoppable. Nothing can stand in your way, nothing can deny you, nothing can hold you back. Because the world must conform to the reality you hold within. You are not small. You are not weak, you are not subject to fate or chance. You are the master of your destiny, the creator of your world, the force that brings the unseen into being. And when you accept this fully, when you embrace faith as your guiding principle, you will see wonders beyond imagination. You will live a life of boundless possibility, where the only limits that exist are those you refuse to believe in. There is no need to ask when your desires will come to pass. There is no need to ask how they will unfold. That is not your concern. Your only concern is to believe, to assume, to persist in the knowing that what you have claimed is already yours. And when you do, reality will rearrange itself to reflect your assumption, and you will stand as living proof that faith is the key to all things. Now go forth, not as one who hopes, but as one who knows, not as one who waits, but as one who acts in certainty. For what you have accepted in faith is already done, and nothing in this world can keep it from you. Faith is not passive. It is a living force, an active energy that shapes and molds the world according to your belief. It does not hesitate, it does not waver, it moves with certainty, knowing that what is assumed in the mind must be expressed in reality. If you understand this, truly understand it, then you will never again look to the world for confirmation. You will no longer wait for proof, no longer seek validation from the outside. You will know that what you have accepted within is already yours, and because you know, it must come to pass. Everything in your life is a reflection of your most dominant beliefs. Look around you. Your circumstances, your experiences, your relationships, all of these are mirrors, faithfully showing you the assumptions you have held within. If you wish to change the reflection, do not attempt to manipulate the mirror. Do not struggle against the outer world trying to force it to change. Instead, turn inward. Change the assumption, and the world must follow. You do not need effort, you need certainty. You do not need to fight against what is, you need to assume what will be. There is no power in struggle, no magic in resistance. The only true power is found in the quiet confidence of absolute faith. And when you move in this faith, when you carry yourself with the assurance of one who already possesses what they seek, the unseen forces of life respond in ways beyond comprehension. Most people live by what they see. They look at their bank accounts, their circumstances, their conditions, and they allow these things to determine what they believe is possible. But faith does not work this way. Faith does not concern itself with what is. It concerns itself with what will be. It does not accept limitations, for it knows that the only limits that exist are the ones imposed by belief. If you accept struggle, you will experience struggle. If you accept ease, life will flow effortlessly. If you accept lack, you will find yourself always wanting. But if you accept abundance, you will watch as the world reshapes itself to provide it. The key to all manifestation is this: live from the end. Do not wait to see results before you believe. Do not wait for confirmation before you assume. Assume now, believe now, feel now, step into the state of the wish fulfilled now, and the world will adjust accordingly. You must occupy the reality you desire mentally and emotionally before it can become physically tangible. There is no mystery to this, it is law. The world has no choice but to reflect what you hold to be true. If you desire love, you must become love within yourself. If you desire success, you must embody success in your mind before it ever reaches your hands. Do not seek outwardly, create inwardly. Assume the feeling of already being the person you wish to be, and watch as life unfolds in ways you never expected. Doubt is the destroyer of all things. It is the silent thief that robs you of your dreams before they can ever take form. The moment you allow doubt to creep in, you disrupt the process of creation. The moment you question whether your desires will come to pass, you introduce resistance. But faith knows no resistance. Faith does not ask if, it only declares. It is done. You must train yourself to stand unwavering in your assumption. No matter what the outer world presents, no matter how things may appear, hold to the reality you have created within. If you desire health, do not wait for your body to confirm it, feel it now. If you desire wealth, do not wait for money to appear. Walk with the confidence of one who already possesses abundance. If you desire success, do not wait for recognition. Carry yourself as though success is already yours. The world will attempt to shake you, to make you question your faith, to convince you that you are only dreaming. But do not be fooled. Reality is not what is seen, it is what is believed. The moment you accept something as true in your mind, the process of manifestation has begun. And if you do not waver, if you do not allow fear to uproot the seed you have planted, you will watch as what was once unseen becomes undeniable. It is not your job to determine how your desires will manifest. Do not concern yourself with methods, with timing, with logic. These things belong to the realm of the unseen, governed by forces far greater than human understanding. Your only task is to assume, to believe, and to remain steadfast in your faith. The how will take care of itself. You do not chase, you attract. You do not strive, you allow. You do not beg, you declare. This is the nature of faith. It does not plead, it does not wish, it knows. And when you truly know, when you step into the certainty that what you have assumed is already done, life must bend to your will. The unseen must take shape, the invisible must become visible, and the impossible must become inevitable. Most people live as though they are powerless, as though they are at the mercy of fate. They believe they must work tirelessly, struggle endlessly, push against obstacles just to achieve the smallest victories. But this is not the way of creation. The greatest achievements, the most remarkable successes, the most profound transformations have never come from struggle. They have come from faith, from the unwavering conviction that reality is shaped from within, not dictated from without. You are not weak, you are not insignificant, you are not bound by circumstance. You are the creator of your own experience, the master of your own world. And the moment you accept this, the moment you embrace the truth that what you assume must become real, you will step into a life of limitless possibility. The unseen is not distant, it is not something separate from you, it is here, now, waiting for you to claim it. The life you desire is already yours in the realm of faith, already formed in the invisible, waiting to be called forth into the visible. But you must accept it as real before it can appear. You must move as though it has already happened, live as though it is already yours, walk as though you already possess it. This is the only requirement. Not effort, not struggle, not force, only belief. Only the absolute, unwavering certainty that what you have accepted in faith is already done. And when you live in this certainty, when you refuse to entertain any thought that contradicts your assumption, the unseen must become seen, the formless must take shape. The world must move in ways that align with the reality you have claimed. Do not wait for the world to change before you believe. Believe and the world will change. Do not wait for circumstances to improve before you feel joy. Feel joy now and watch as circumstances improve. Do not wait for proof before you trust in the power within you. Trust now and the proof will come. Everything you desire is already here. Everything you seek is already yours. The only thing required is that you assume it, that you accept it, that you believe in it so fully that the world has no choice but to make it visible. This is the nature of faith. It does not wait for signs, it creates them. It does not ask for permission, it declares its own truth. And when you live in this truth, when you walk in this knowing, nothing is impossible, nothing is out of reach, nothing can stand between you and the life you were meant to live. Hold firm, stand unwavering, assume the best, and it must come to pass. Know that the unseen is already yours, and watch as the world aligns itself to your belief. For faith is the only key, the only power, the only force that can turn the invisible into reality. And when you embrace it fully, when you embody it completely, you will no longer ask if your desires will manifest. You will only say, "It is done." Faith is the great unseen power that moves mountains, parts seas, and bends reality to the conviction of the one who dares to believe. It is not merely a hope or a wish, but an unshakable knowing, a force so absolute that nothing in the world can stand against it. Those who walk by faith do not live according to what their senses tell them. They live according to what they know to be true in the unseen realm. And because they do, they bring forth into existence that which others deem impossible. You are not here to be a passive observer of life. You are not meant to drift aimlessly, subject to the winds of chance, hoping that something good will come your way. No, you are here to create, to shape, to manifest from the unseen into the seen. The entire world is responding to you at every moment, aligning itself with the assumptions you hold, the beliefs you carry, the truths you accept as reality. And when you understand this, you will no longer wait for life to happen to you. You will make it happen from within. Most people walk through life asleep, unaware that they are the cause of their own experiences. They react to the world as though they are powerless, believing that life is something that happens to them rather than something that unfolds from them. But the truth is this: life is a mirror a reflection of what you hold to be true in the depths of your being. If you accept lack, you will see lack. If you accept struggle, you will experience struggle. But the moment you shift your belief, the moment you declare, I am already that which I seek, the world begins to change in response. You cannot see air, but you know it is there. You cannot see the roots of a tree beneath the earth, but you know they exist. In the same way, you may not yet see the fulfillment of your desires, but they are already taking form in the unseen. And if you persist in the belief that they are yours, if you refuse to entertain any thought of doubt, they must appear in your physical reality. The greatest mistake people make is looking to the outer world for confirmation before they believe. They say, I will believe it when I see it, but this is not how faith works. Faith declares, I will see it because I believe it. Faith does not wait for proof, it creates the proof. It does not look to the world for signs, it is the sign. There is no need to strive, no need to struggle, no need to force things into being. The moment you accept something as real in your mind, the process of manifestation begins. But you must hold firm. You must remain unwavering in your conviction. You must walk as though it is already done, speak as though it is already done, feel as though it is already done. And when you do, reality will move to accommodate the truth you have claimed. Doubt is the only thing that can delay your manifestation. The moment you begin to question whether it is possible, the moment you entertain the idea that it might not happen, you introduce resistance. You create a gap between yourself and what you desire. But faith allows no gaps, no hesitation, no uncertainty. It is whole, complete, absolute. And when you hold this absolute certainty, when you refuse to be swayed by appearances, the world must bend to match your belief. Do not look at your present circumstances as proof of what is possible. Your current reality is only a reflection of past beliefs, past assumptions, past states of mind. If you want to change what is, you must first change what you assume to be true. You must dare to believe in something greater, something unseen, something that exists beyond the limitations of the senses. And when you do, that unseen reality will take form before your very eyes. You are not bound by time, you are not subject to delays. The only thing that determines when your desires will manifest is your willingness to accept them as already done. The moment you step into the feeling of already having, already being, already possessing, the unseen moves to bring it forth. But if you hesitate, if you waver between belief and doubt, you delay the very thing you seek. Think of the great visionaries, the ones who changed the world. They did not wait for proof before they believed in their dreams. They did not ask for permission before they stepped into their greatness. They simply knew. They assumed the reality of their vision before anyone else could see it. And because they did, the world was forced to catch up. This is the secret to all success, the foundation of all miracles. You must first believe, and then you will see. You must claim your desires in faith, embody them, live from them. And when you do, life will rearrange itself to match the truth you have declared. You are not small, you are not powerless, you are not at the mercy of circumstances. You are the creator of your own experience, the master of your own world. The moment you accept this, the moment you take full ownership of your creative power, you will watch as the unseen bends to your will. There is no force outside of you that can deny you what is already yours. There is no obstacle that can stand in your way. The only question is, do you believe? Not partially, not hesitantly, but with absolute certainty. For if you do, if you truly believe, then it is already done. Do not concern yourself with how, do not concern yourself with when. These things are not your responsibility. Your only task is to assume the reality you desire, to walk in it, to feel it as though it were already true. And when you do, the world must conform. For faith is the greatest force in existence, the bridge between what is unseen and what is seen, the key that unlocks all that you desire. You do not need to wait another moment. You do not need to seek outwardly for signs. Simply decide that it is already done. Accept it. believe it, live in it, and watch as the unseen becomes seen, the impossible becomes inevitable, and your reality transforms before your very eyes. And so I leave you with this truth. Faith is not something you wait to feel, nor is it something you earn through effort or struggle. It is a decision, a choice, an unshakable knowing that what you have claimed in the unseen is already yours. It is the bridge between desire and fulfillment, between longing and realization, between dreaming and living. Do not wait for signs. Do not hesitate in doubt. Step boldly into the knowing that what you believe must come to pass. Hold fast to your vision, refuse to accept anything less, and walk as one who already possesses all that they seek. For life is but a mirror, reflecting back the assumptions you hold within. Believe in your power, believe in your worth, believe that the unseen is already seen, and watch as the world reshapes itself to match your faith. You are not waiting for your destiny to unfold, you are creating it. So declare it done, live as though it is already yours, and let faith unlock the unseen before your very eyes. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight I invite you to turn inward, to consider the infinite power that dwells within you, the power of your own consciousness. You have been told that all things are possible to the one who believes, and yet belief is not something that is grasped externally. It is not found in the world of facts and circumstances, but in the unseen realm of your own mind. The world that surrounds you is nothing more than a shadow cast by the light of your inner state. What you accept as true within, you will see reflected without. The great secret is this: consciousness is the only reality. What you are conscious of being, you become. What you persistently imagine and accept as real will harden into fact. This is not a theory but a law, an eternal principle that governs creation itself. Look upon your world and understand that it is only a mirror. Every joy and every sorrow, every triumph and every defeat is the outpicturing of your inner conversations, the silent assumptions you have made about yourself and life. You do not attract what you want, you attract what you are conscious of being. If you wish to change your world, you must first change your mind. Dare to assume the highest for yourself. Clothe yourself in the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Walk as though it were already done, and the world will move to accommodate your assumption. The outer must conform to the inner. This is the law, and it does not fail. There is no power outside of you greater than the power within you. No circumstance, no condition, no history can bind you when you awaken to the truth of your own creative power. You are not a victim of fate, not a pawn in the hands of chance. You are the operant power. Your mind, your imagination, is the divine instrument through which all things are made. So tonight, let go of the false idea that you are at the mercy of the world. You are the architect, the dreamer, the creator. Choose this moment to assume the best, to dwell in the feeling of your desire fulfilled. And as surely as the night gives way to the dawn, your assumption will rise into form, for nothing is impossible to the one who knows the truth. Dare to believe, and you will see the glory of creation unfold before your very eyes. The world you see before you is nothing more than an outpicturing of the consciousness you hold within. You have been conditioned to believe that life happens to you, that circumstances are imposed upon you by forces beyond your control. But I tell you, nothing comes into your experience except that which is first conceived in the mind. Your consciousness is the womb of creation. It is the beginning and the end of all that you shall ever experience. You are not bound by the limitations of the past. The past is only a record of previous assumptions, and assumptions can be changed. Your present world exists only because of the thoughts, beliefs, and feelings you have entertained consistently. If you would change your world, change your assumption. Do not concern yourself with how it will come to pass. The means will be provided if you remain faithful to your inner vision. The world will rearrange itself to reflect your new state of consciousness. There is no power outside of you greater than the power within you. When you truly understand this, you will cease to struggle, cease to fight against conditions, cease to beg and plead with a distant power. Instead, you will turn within and assume the feeling of your desire fulfilled. This assumption, if persisted in, will crystallize into fact. The law is impersonal. It does not judge what you accept as true. It only delivers according to your belief. If you believe yourself to be poor, no effort, no struggle, no pleading will lift you from that state until you first assume the consciousness of wealth. If you see yourself as sick, you will find no lasting cure until you claim and feel the reality of health within. The outer world is powerless to alter your state until you first alter it within yourself. You are forever molding the world in the image of your consciousness. Look around you. Every man, every woman, every event that comes into your experience has been drawn to you by your state of being. You need not look to others for salvation. Salvation lies within. You need not beg for change. Change is the natural result of a shift in consciousness. You need not fear the future, for the future is only the projection of your present state. Many believe they must struggle, work endlessly, and suffer to achieve their desires, but this is a false teaching. It is not effort that brings forth manifestations, it is assumption. It is the quiet yet unwavering conviction that what you desire is already yours. And this conviction is not to be sought outside, but cultivated within. Close your eyes and dwell upon your ideal. See yourself as already possessing that which you seek. Feel it, embody it, and persist in it. The moment you claim it inwardly, it begins to take form outwardly. You must train yourself to live from the end, to think from the state you wish to be rather than of it. Those who think of their desire are always longing, always reaching, always waiting. But those who think from their desire are living in the reality of it now, and because they are living in it inwardly, the outer world must conform. This is the great secret that few understand. What you accept in imagination will become your reality. The world is not solid, it is fluid, ever shaping itself according to the images held in mind. The things you call facts are only hardened assumptions. They have no permanence except that which you give them. A circumstance that seems impossible to change will dissolve the moment you withdraw your belief from it. You do not need to fight it or resist it, simply remove your attention from it and assume the opposite. And it is, do not be deceived by appearances. The senses will tell you that things are fixed, that conditions are unchangeable, that you are limited by external factors. But your senses are only reflecting what you have accepted as true. They are not creators. They are servants of your inner state. If you change your assumption, your senses will in time confirm the new reality. There is no limit to what you may claim for yourself. The only limit is the one you accept. If you believe a thing is impossible, it will be impossible for you. If you believe a thing is within reach, it will come swiftly. And if you dare to assume it is already yours, then nothing in heaven or earth can prevent its fulfillment. Do not concern yourself with how your desire will come to pass. The mind of man is too limited to comprehend the infinite ways in which consciousness brings forth its creations. Simply assume it is done, and let the unseen forces of the universe move on your behalf. You need only be faithful to your assumption. Every great transformation begins with an idea held in mind. The world has been changed not by those who conform to external conditions, but by those who dared to believe in an unseen reality. Every invention, every work of art, every great movement in history began in the mind of one who saw beyond appearances and persisted in their vision. The same power that shaped the world is the power within you. You are not meant to live in lack, in fear, in limitation. These are the results of false beliefs, and false beliefs can be cast aside. You are not a victim of fate. You are the master of your destiny. The only question is whether you will claim your power. Do not say, I will be. This places your desire always in the future, always beyond reach. Say instead, I am. Feel yourself already in possession of that which you seek. Do not wait for the world to change before you assume it is done. Assume first, and the world will change in response. There is no power working against you except the power of your own doubt and disbelief. The moment you cast these aside and stand firm in your assumption, the world must bow to your vision. It is not arrogance to claim your desire, it is divine law. It is not foolishness to trust in imagination, it is the only way creation occurs. If you would see a different world, become a different person in consciousness. Do not look to others to change, change yourself. If you seek love, assume you are already loved. If you seek abundance, assume you are already wealthy. If you seek health, assume you are already whole. And as you persist in this inner knowing, the world will take shape accordingly. You must be persistent. The outer world will not always shift instantly, for it is merely a reflection of past thoughts. But if you remain steadfast, if you refuse to accept anything contrary to your assumption, then what was once only an idea will become an undeniable fact. Do not waver. The seed that is planted must be given time to grow. The moment you plant it, the process has begun, and if you nourish it with faith, it must bear fruit. Live as though you already are the person you wish to be. Speak as that person, think as that person, walk as that person. Do not let the old beliefs creep in to shake your confidence. When doubts arise, remind yourself, consciousness is the only reality. The outer world is secondary. It must follow where consciousness leads. The truth is simple, yet profound. You are already what you seek to be. You need only awaken to it. Accept this now. Let it settle deep within your mind. Refuse to entertain any thought that contradicts it. And as surely as the sun rises, the world will shift to reflect the new you. Dare to believe in your own power, for it is the power of creation itself. Everything you see, everything you experience, is but a reflection of what you have accepted as true. Change your assumption, and you change your world. This is the law, and it never fails. The mind is the doorway through which all things come into existence. It is not the external world that shapes your destiny, but the unseen forces of thought, assumption, and feeling that reside within. Every great teacher, every mystic, every awakened soul has spoken of this truth in one way or another. As within, so without. The world you move through is but a canvas upon which your state of being is projected. It is not something outside of you that must be changed first. It is your consciousness that must be transformed, and then the outer will follow effortlessly. You have been conditioned to look at circumstances and believe them to be facts, immovable and fixed. You have been taught that your conditions dictate your emotions, your actions, your sense of self. But I tell you, this is a falsehood. It is not your conditions that determine your inner world. It is your inner world that determines your conditions. If you change what you accept as true within, the external world must reshape itself to mirror that truth. Take a moment now and consider the power that lies in this realization. If everything you experience is only the result of what you have accepted within, then nothing is beyond your control. Nothing is set in stone unless you make it so. Your failures, your struggles, your limitations are not barriers imposed upon you by some external force, but simply the outpicturing of past states of mind. And if they are but projections, then they can be changed. If you change your mind, your world must change with it. Do not allow the senses to deceive you. The five senses show you only what is, not what can be. The senses bind you to appearances, but your imagination sets you free. It is through imagination that you can select the reality you wish to experience. It is through assumption that you make it real. Close your eyes and see yourself as the person you long to be. Feel the joy of it. Breathe it in as if it were already your truth. For if you remain faithful to this vision, it must become your experience. You have always been using this power, whether knowingly or unknowingly. Every moment of your life, you have been assuming things about yourself, about others, about the world, and whether those assumptions were conscious or unconscious, they have shaped your reality. Look around at your life. Every condition, every relationship, every opportunity or lack thereof has been summoned by what you have persistently believed. If you accept limitation, you will live in limitation. If you accept freedom, you will experience freedom. If you accept abundance, abundance must appear. There is no force outside of you dictating what you may or may not have. There is only the law of assumption, acting without fail, bringing into form whatever you hold as true. Do not make the mistake of thinking that you must struggle to change your conditions directly. That is like trying to change your reflection in a mirror without changing yourself. The mirror only reflects back what is placed before it. If you wish to see something different, you must become something different. What then should you do? You must live in the end. You must assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled and persist in it until it becomes your dominant state of being. There can be no wavering, no looking back, no entertaining of doubt. The moment you accept something in imagination, it begins to take root. The unseen forces of creation immediately begin moving to bring it into form. You may not see it right away, but the process has begun. Just as a seed must be given time to grow, so too must your assumption be given time to harden into reality. There will be moments when the senses will try to contradict what you have assumed. They will whisper to you that nothing has changed, that your vision is mere fantasy. But this is the test. Will you believe the world of appearances, or will you trust in the unseen power within? If you hold fast, if you refuse to accept anything contrary to your assumption, then the world must yield. It has no choice. The outer world is not a cause, it is an effect. The cause is always within. Many will tell you that change takes time, that circumstances must gradually shift, that progress is slow. But time is an illusion of the senses. In truth, there is only now. The moment you assume something is true in consciousness, it is done. It exists in the unseen realm and will become visible in due course. The only delay is the resistance you hold within. The doubts, the fears, the disbelief, these are the only obstacle. Remove them, and the manifestation must come swiftly. You do not need to know how it will happen. The mind, with its limited reasoning, will always try to figure out the means, but this is not your concern. Creation is finished. Every possibility already exists. The path to its fulfillment will be shown to you in perfect order. Do not waste energy worrying over details. Assume the end, and the means will unfold naturally. If you wish to be prosperous, assume that you already are. Feel it as if it were true, and life will arrange itself to make it so. If you desire love, assume that you are already deeply loved and cherished, and the right people will enter your life. If you seek health, assume the vitality of perfect well-being, and your body will conform to your belief. The world does not happen to you, it happens through you. You are not a victim of circumstance, you are the operant power, the creator of your reality. There is no one to change but yourself. You need not convince others, you need not battle against conditions, you need only assume the feeling of your desire fulfilled and let the world move in response. The reason so few realize this truth is because they continue to react to the world rather than command it. They see something they do not like and dwell upon it, reinforcing it in consciousness, making it more real. They complain, they worry, they lament their misfortune, never realizing that all they are doing is perpetuating the state they wish to escape. If instead they would turn within, if they would discipline their minds to see only what they desire to see, then the world would transform before them. So it is not enough to merely know this truth. Knowledge alone does not create. You must apply it. You must test it in your own life. Begin now. Close your eyes and imagine yourself as the person you wish to be. Do not imagine it as something in the future. Imagine it as now. Feel it, embody it, live in it mentally, as if it were already true. Let the sensation of it become real in you. And then, when you open your eyes, walk in that assumption. Do not waver. Do not look to the world for confirmation. Know that it is done, and the world will prove you right. This is the law, and it does not fail. It is the same yesterday, today, and forever. It has brought into being all that is seen and unseen. It is the law of creation, the law of consciousness, the law that governs all things. Use it wisely, use it deliberately, use it with the full knowing that you are the master of your fate. The moment you claim it, the moment you take responsibility for your own consciousness, you will see miracles unfold before your very eyes. Dare to believe in the power within you. Dare to assume the highest and best for yourself. For what you assume to be true in consciousness will inevitably become your experience. This is the way of creation. This is the secret of life. And it is yours to use as you will. You are standing at the threshold of infinite possibility, for within you lies the key to all creation. The power that formed the stars, that shaped the mountains, that set the tides in motion, is the same power that governs your mind. This power does not reside in some distant heaven, nor is it held by another. It is within you, always responding to the assumptions you hold, always molding itself into the shape of your belief. You have never been separate from it, for you and this power are one. The question is not whether you possess it, but whether you will awaken to it. Every thought, every feeling, every assumption you persist in moves unseen forces to bring itself into form. This process is constant, ceaseless, and impartial. It does not ask whether you desire a thing, it only knows to bring forth whatever you most consistently dwell upon. If you have ever wondered why certain patterns repeat in your life, why the same struggles arise again and again, look no further than the state of being you have accepted as true. If you persist in thoughts of limitation, limitation will manifest. If you persist in thoughts of abundance, abundance will come. The world outside is nothing but the echo of your inner world. You must be vigilant in your awareness, for the mind is easily swayed by appearances. The senses tempt you to believe in lack, in struggle, in delay, but this is an illusion. The outer world is but the shadow of past thoughts. It has no power in itself, it is only a reflection. If you allow yourself to be deceived by what you see, you will continue to create the same conditions over and over again. But if you turn within and accept only the reality of your desired state, the outer world must yield. It has no choice, for it is bound to follow consciousness. Do not say, "I will be happy when this or that happens." This is the language of one who is asleep to their power. Do not look to circumstances to grant you permission to feel what you desire to feel. Circumstances follow feeling, never the other way around. If you would be happy, assume happiness now. If you would be free, assume freedom now. If you would be loved, assume love now. It is not something you wait for, it is something you claim. There is no power in effort, no virtue in struggle. The moment you believe you must fight to achieve your desires, you have already placed them outside of yourself. But nothing exists outside of you. There is only consciousness, and what you assume within it must come to pass. The moment you accept a thing as real, the means to its fulfillment begin to unfold. You do not have to force it, you do not have to chase it, you only have to know it is done. And the world, obedient to the law, will move in ways you cannot predict to bring it into being. Dare to test this for yourself. Take a desire that burns within you, something you have longed for but have not yet realized. Do not consider whether it is possible. Do not ask how it will come to be. Simply assume in this moment that it is already yours. Feel it as though it were true. Walk in that feeling. Dwell in it. Let it become your natural state. And then watch. As the world reshapes itself before your very eyes, you may wonder, if this is so simple, why have I not always lived this way? The answer is that you have been conditioned to believe in effort, in struggle, in cause and effect as the world teaches it. You have been told that success requires toil, that love is something to be earned, that health is dictated by external conditions. But these are all illusions born of ignorance. The truth is far simpler, and yet so few accept it. You need only change your assumption, and the world must conform. The greatest error man makes is to believe in his own powerlessness. He looks at circumstances and believes they are fixed. He waits for something outside of himself to change before he allows himself to feel differently. But the moment he understands that his consciousness is the only reality, that nothing exists outside of his own mind, he is set free. He no longer waits for the world to shift, he shifts himself, and the world follows. There is no such thing as luck, no such thing as fate, no such thing as chance. There is only consciousness, creating in perfect order, in perfect accordance with the beliefs it holds. The rich man is not rich by accident, nor is the poor man poor by misfortune. They are simply living out the assumptions they have accepted as true. If you would change your life, you must first change yourself. There is no other way. If you could but grasp the magnitude of this truth, you would never again feel fear, never again feel lack, never again feel bound by the conditions of the world. You would walk as one who knows that all things are already his. You would cease to struggle, cease to doubt, cease to be moved by appearances. For you would know that appearances are only the outpicturing of what has already been accepted in mind, and that by changing the mind, you change the world. And consider for a moment the great figures of history, those who shaped nations, who created movements, who built empires. Did they wait for the world to tell them what was possible? Did they seek permission before they acted? No, they first saw the vision within themselves, and they lived in that vision until it became reality. They did not ask whether it was reasonable, whether others believed it, whether circumstances allowed it. They knew it was so, and the world had no choice but to conform. You are no different. The same power that worked through them works through you. The only difference is that they claimed it, while most do not. They did not allow doubt to steal their vision. They did not allow appearances to dictate their beliefs. They held fast to the unseen, and the unseen became seen. Now it is your turn. Will you continue to live as though you were at the mercy of the world? Or will you rise up and claim your birthright? Will you continue to react to circumstances, or will you create them? The choice is always yours, and the law is always working. Whether you use it consciously or unconsciously, it does not change. It is the same for all, and it plays no favorites. You are always creating. There is no moment when you are not. The only question is whether you will create deliberately or by default. If you would change your life, begin now. Do not wait, do not hesitate, do not seek validation from the world. Assume the best for yourself and persist in that assumption. Let the world do what it may. Your job is to remain faithful to your vision. When doubts arise, remind yourself that they have no power except what you give them. When the senses tempt you to believe otherwise, turn inward and reaffirm your assumption. And when you feel the urge to struggle, to force, to fight, remember that the only battle is within. Win that battle, and the outer world must yield. You are the master of your fate, the creator of your world, the architect of your destiny. The only limit is the one you accept. Dare to assume the highest, and life will prove to you that nothing is impossible. For what you accept in consciousness, you will experience in form. This is the truth, and it is yours to use as you will. You stand at the precipice of infinite creation. Whether you realize it or not, every moment you are choosing, shaping, defining the world you will experience. Whether you do so deliberately or unconsciously, the process is the same. There is no pause, no moment when you are not impressing upon the unseen substance of reality the nature of your belief. The great error of man is not that he does not create, but that he creates without awareness, allowing his mind to be governed by the external rather than taking dominion within. You have been told to believe in the evidence of your senses, to trust in facts, to accept the world as it appears. But I tell you, to live by the senses is to be enslaved by the past, for the outer world is nothing but a reflection of previous assumptions. If you continue to react to what you see, you will only perpetuate the same conditions over and over again. The only way to bring about true change is to withdraw attention from appearances and dwell instead in the reality you desire. Most people live as prisoners of circumstance, believing that life is happening to them rather than through them. They pray for change, they struggle against conditions, they seek solutions outside of themselves, never realizing that they are the cause of all they experience. They search for power in the world, not understanding that the only power is within. The moment you awaken to this truth, you are free. You will no longer beg, no longer wait, no longer fear. You will know that the world must move to reflect your inner state, and you will shape it with ease. If you would change your life, you must begin at the root, and the root is always your state of being. If you are unhappy, do not seek happiness in external things. Assume happiness within. If you feel powerless, do not look for power in the world, claim it in consciousness. If you are lonely, do not wait for someone to come and love you. Assume you are already loved. For the world cannot give you what you do not first accept within yourself. Everything you seek is already yours, waiting only for you to recognize it. You may wonder how such a thing is possible. You have been told all your life that effort is required, that results take time, that you must struggle to achieve what you desire, but this is a lie born of ignorance. Creation is already finished. All possibilities exist now. You do not create from nothing, you select from the infinite. The life you desire is already present in the unseen. It is waiting for you to align with it, to claim it as your own. The moment you do, the bridge of events will unfold effortlessly, leading you to its fulfillment. Do not be deceived by time. The senses will tell you that change takes time, that things happen gradually, that you must wait. But time itself is an illusion, a construct of the mind. There is only now. The moment you assume a thing is true, it is true. The only delay is the resistance you hold within, the doubts, the fears, the wavering of belief. The more you dwell in the certainty of your assumption, the more swiftly it will come into form. You do not need to struggle, to fight, to make things happen. You need only assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled and persist in that state. The world will move in response to your conviction. The circumstances, the people, the opportunities necessary for your vision to materialize will be drawn to you. You need not concern yourself with how this will happen. The how is not your responsibility. Your responsibility is to assume the end and let the unseen forces of creation arrange the means. Many people fail because they allow appearances to shake their belief. They assume a new state, and when they do not see immediate evidence, they waver, they doubt, they return to their old assumptions. But faith is not in seeing, it is in knowing. You must persist even when nothing in the world confirms your assumption. You must walk by inner vision, not by sight. And if you do, the outer world must conform in time. The law cannot fail. Think of all the times you have assumed something to be true, only to see it unfold in your life. Perhaps you feared the worst, and the worst happened. Perhaps you expected disappointment, and disappointment came. Perhaps you believed yourself unworthy, and life reflected that unworthiness back to you. These were not accidents. They were the natural outpicturing of your state of being. And just as you have manifested undesired conditions through unconscious assumption, so too can you now deliberately assume only that which you wish to experience. You must train your mind to dwell only on that which you wish to see expressed. The mind left undisciplined will wander, will react, will entertain all manner of doubt and limitation. But you are not the servant of your mind, you are its master. Direct it, command it, do not let it dwell on that which you do not wish to experience. The moment a thought arises that contradicts your vision, reject it, replace it with the assumption of your desire fulfilled. Be ruthless in your discipline, for only the persistent achieve mastery. There is no limit to what you may assume for yourself. The only limit is what you dare to believe. If you believe a thing is possible, it is possible for you. If you believe it is beyond reach, then so it shall be. The law is impersonal. It does not judge, it does not favor. It only brings into being that which you hold as true. Therefore, take no thought of what others say, of what the world tells you is possible or impossible. Believe only in your own inner conviction, and the world will bend to your assumption. You do not need permission to claim what is yours. You do not need validation, nor do you need to prove yourself to anyone. The moment you assume a thing in consciousness, it is done. Walk in that assumption, live in it, think from it, and let nothing shake you. If you persist, the world must bow to your vision. For the outer world is nothing but a shadow, and shadows have no choice but to follow the light. Look upon your life now and see it for what it truly is, not a series of random events, not the result of luck or misfortune, but the perfect reflection of your past assumptions. See it clearly and know that as you have shaped this life through previous beliefs, so too can you shape a new one through a change in consciousness. There is no condition too great to overcome, no desire too grand to be realized. The only question is whether you will accept it as true within. Take this knowledge now and make it your own. Do not merely listen to these words. Apply them. Begin this very moment to assume the best for yourself. Let go of the past, of the doubts, of the fears that have held you bound. They have no power except that which you give them. Assume the highest, the noblest, the most wonderful life for yourself, and persist in that assumption. And as surely as the sun rises, your world will reshape itself in the image of your belief. The power is in your hands, now and always. Use it wisely. Use it boldly. Use it with the full knowing that you are the master of your fate, the creator of your world, the divine operant power that shapes reality itself. Nothing is impossible to the one who dares to believe, and all things are yours if you will only claim them now. You are the creator, the architect, the designer of all that you experience. There is no power outside of you dictating your fate, no unseen hand pushing events into your life against your will. It is all the result of your state of being, your assumptions, your deep and often unconscious beliefs. You are not here to struggle, to suffer, to be tossed about by external forces beyond your control. You are here to awaken, to claim your rightful place as the operant power, to command reality by commanding your consciousness. Nothing is withheld from you except that which you refuse to assume as already yours. The very thing you long for, the very reality you dream of, is waiting for your recognition. It is not absent, it is not far away, it is here now within you, in the unseen realm of imagination, waiting for you to bring it into form. You do not need to reach for it, to strive for it, to beg for it. You need only assume it is already yours and let the world respond accordingly. The world is nothing more than crystallized imagination. Everything that exists was first imagined, first assumed as possible, first accepted in consciousness. Nothing comes into being except through this process. This is not philosophy, this is law. Whether you acknowledge it or not, you have always been using this power. The only difference is whether you use it deliberately or by default. Most people allow the world to dictate their assumptions. They react to what they see, never realizing that what they see is only a reflection of what they have previously assumed. They are trapped in an endless cycle, repeating the same patterns, wondering why their life never changes. But the moment you take control of your assumptions, the moment you choose deliberately what you will believe about yourself and your world, you step into mastery. You no longer react, you create. You no longer accept things as they are, you mold them into what you desire them to be. This is the great secret. This is the key that unlocks all doors. The world is not outside of you. It is within you. And if it is within you, then you can change it. You have been told that things take time, that results come slowly, that transformation is a long and arduous process. But I tell you, time is nothing but an illusion. There is only now. The moment you assume a thing to be true, it is true. The only reason you do not see immediate evidence is because you still waver, still doubt, still entertain thoughts of delay. But when you accept a thing fully, when you live in the feeling of its reality, it must come to pass. You may ask, but what if my present circumstances contradict my assumption? And I tell you, ignore them. Do not be moved by appearances. Appearances are nothing but the remnants of past thoughts, past assumptions, past states of being. They have no power in themselves. The only power is within you, in your present assumption. If you persist in a new state, the old must fade away. It cannot remain. It is law. You must learn to live from the end. This is the great secret of all creation. Those who achieve, who rise above limitation, who manifest their desires with ease, are those who have mastered the art of living from the end. They do not wait for evidence before they believe first, and the evidence follows. They assume the state of the wish fulfilled and dwell in it, knowing that the world will conform. And because they persist in this assumption, the world does conform. Doubt is the only enemy. It is the only thing that stands between you and the life you desire. When you entertain doubt, when you question whether your assumption is real, you undo your work. You must be unwavering. You must stand firm in your conviction. The moment you assume something in imagination, it is done. And if it is done, why would you doubt? Would you plant a seed and then dig it up each day to check if it is growing? No, you would trust in the process, knowing that unseen forces are at work, bringing your seed to fruition. So it is with assumption. The moment you claim something as yours, it is yours. Do not waver. Do not question. Do not look to the world for validation. Know it is so, and it will be. You do not need external confirmation. You do not need others to believe in you. The only thing required is that you believe in yourself. The world is merely a mirror, reflecting back what you hold to be true. If you assume wealth, the world will show you wealth. If you assume success, the world will present you with success. If you assume love, love will come into your life effortlessly. The law does not discriminate. It does not judge. It only delivers according to your assumption. There is no such thing as failure, only persistence in the wrong assumption. If you have not yet seen the results you desire, look within. What have you been assuming? What have you been accepting as true? Change that and you change everything. There is no limit to what you may claim for yourself. The only limit is what you dare to believe. If you can conceive it, if you can accept it in imagination, then it must become your reality. Your imagination is the creative power of the universe, and you are always using it. Every moment you are imagining something, whether consciously or unconsciously. You must take control. Do not let the mind wander into doubt and limitation. Direct it, guide it, command it, assume the best for yourself, and persist in that assumption until it hardens into fact. Many will tell you that this is too simple, that life is more complex, that external factors must be considered. But these are the words of those who do not understand. They have allowed the world to dictate their beliefs rather than realizing that their beliefs dictate the world. Do not listen to them. Trust in the law. Trust in your own power. Assume the highest and best for yourself, and life will prove you right. The world you experience is only a reflection of the world you hold within. If you wish to see change, change within first. Do not wait for circumstances to shift. Shift your state of being and the circumstances will follow. This is the great truth. This is the divine power that has been given to you. You are not separate from it. You are it. You are the creator, the cause, the center from which all things proceed. Begin now. Do not wait. Do not hesitate. Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled and persist in it. Let nothing shake you. Let nothing cause you to waver. Stand firm in your belief, and the world will move to match your assumption. For consciousness is the only reality, and what you accept in consciousness must be expressed in the world. This is law, and it does not fail. There is no greater truth than this. You are what you believe yourself to be. The world is what you assume it to be. Change your assumption, and you change everything. Accept this now, live by it, walk in it, and you will see the fullness of creation unfold before you. For nothing is impossible to the one who knows this truth and dares to apply it. The power is in your hands now and always. Use it wisely. Use it boldly. Use it with the full knowing that you are the master of your fate, the creator of your world, and that all things are possible to you if you will only assume them to be. There is nothing you cannot be, nothing you cannot do, nothing you cannot have if you will only dare to assume it as real. The only limitations you experience are those you have accepted. You were never born to be bound by circumstance, never meant to be a prisoner of past conditions. You were born to create, to express, to manifest the infinite potential that already exists within you. Every desire, every longing, every dream you hold is not something separate from you, but something calling you to recognize its reality. If it exists in your imagination, it exists as a potential reality, waiting for you to claim it. Your consciousness is the only reality. This truth is so simple, yet so few truly grasp it. They search outside of themselves, looking to the world for confirmation before they believe. But belief does not follow the world follows belief. Whatever you accept as true, you will see reflected in your experience. It is not a matter of luck or effort. It is not determined by the conditions around you. The only determining factor is what you assume to be real. Change your assumption, and you change your reality. Many hesitate, trapped by fear, by doubt, by the illusion of obstacles. They look at the world as it is and feel powerless to change it. But the world is not something happening to you, it is something happening through you. It is the projection of your consciousness, and just as a dreamer may change the course of a dream by changing their focus, so too can you shift the events of your life by assuming a new state of being. Nothing is set, nothing is fixed, all is fluid, responsive to the thoughts and assumptions you entertain. You may say, but I have tried before and nothing changed. And I tell you, it is not enough to try, you must persist. The world will test your faith, not because it is resisting you, but because it is showing you whether you truly believe. The moment you waver, the moment you entertain doubt, you undo your work. But if you persist, if you remain unwavering in your assumption, the world must conform. It has no choice, for it is only a mirror reflecting back to you what you accept within. Many believe they must act, must struggle, must make things happen through force. But action is secondary. It is only the expression of an already assumed state. The true work is done in the mind. If you assume yourself to be something, you will naturally act in accordance with that assumption, and the world will respond accordingly. But if you take action from a state of doubt, from a place of hoping rather than knowing, you will only reinforce your current reality. You must first change the assumption, and the actions will follow effortlessly. You have always been creating in this way, though perhaps unconsciously. Every condition in your life exists because at some level you accepted it as real. Whether good or bad, whether desired or undesired, it was brought forth by the assumptions you have carried. This is why it is essential to guard your mind, to watch your thoughts, to choose deliberately what you will accept as true. You are not at the mercy of circumstances, you are the cause of them. If you would be free, assume freedom. If you would be wealthy, assume wealth. If you would be loved, assume love. Do not wait for these things to come to you before you feel them. Feel them first, and they will come. Do not concern yourself with the how. The how is not your responsibility. The means will be provided in ways you could never predict. Trust in the unseen forces that move in response to your assumption. Trust that what you accept in mind must appear in form. You must persist. This is the key. The world will not always shift immediately, for it is only reflecting past beliefs. If you waver, if you doubt, if you look to appearances for validation, you will only prolong your current state. But if you hold fast, if you refuse to accept anything less than your desired reality, then the world must yield. It must conform. It must bring forth in form that which you have first claimed in consciousness. Let go of the belief that things take time. Let go of the idea that change is difficult. These are only assumptions and they can be discarded. Creation is finished. The moment you assume something is real, it is real. The only delay is the time it takes for you to fully accept it. The moment you surrender to the assumption completely, the world will shift to reflect it. Do not wait for permission to claim what is yours. You do not need to justify your desires, do not need to explain why you should have them. Desire itself is proof that what you seek is already within reach. If it were not possible, you would not have conceived of it. The very fact that you can imagine it means it exists as a potential reality. Your only task is to align with it, to accept it, to feel it as though it were already yours. The world will call this foolishness. It will tell you to be realistic, to follow the rules, to accept things as they are, but the world only speaks from its own limitations. It knows nothing of the unseen forces that govern all things. It knows nothing of the power within you. Do not listen to those who live by sight alone, for they are blind to the true nature of reality. Trust in what you know within. Trust in what you feel, For that which you assume in the silence of your mind will become the reality you walk through. Think now of something you desire, something that calls to you. Do not analyze it, do not question it, simply assume it is already yours. Feel the reality of it. Live in the end in a state of already having it. Let your mind dwell there, let your emotions align with it, let your entire being become saturated with the feeling of its fulfillment. And then, as you go about your day, refuse to entertain anything that contradicts this assumption. If doubt arises, dismiss it. If circumstances seem unchanged, ignore them. The outer world must conform, but only if you remain faithful within. If you can do this, if you can persist, if you can live as though your wish were already realized, you will see the power that has always been within you. You will understand that nothing has ever been beyond your reach, that all things have always been possible, that you have never been separate from the creative force that moves all things into being. You will no longer beg, no longer struggle, no longer wait for the world to give you permission to live the life you desire. You will simply assume it, and the world will bow to your assumption. There is nothing more to seek, nothing more to learn, nothing more to discover outside of yourself. Everything you need is already within. The power has always been yours. The question is whether you will finally claim it, whether you will dare to assume the highest and best for yourself, whether you will persist in your vision despite all appearances, whether you will trust in the unseen more than in what the world shows you. For if you do, you will see the truth of creation unfold before you. You will understand that you have always been the master, always been the cause, always been the creator of your own reality. And once you know this, truly know it, you will never again accept anything less than the fullness of your own divine power. You will walk through life as one who commands reality, as one who knows their assumption is law, as one who understands that all things are possible because all things are already yours. And so I leave you with this truth. You are the creator of your reality. There is no force outside of you shaping your destiny, only the assumptions you hold within. The world is your mirror, faithfully reflecting back to you all that you persistently believe. If you desire change, do not look to the external, do not wait for circumstances to shift before you assume your rightful state. Assume it now. Live in the end. Walk as though you are already the person you wish to be, and the world will bow to your conviction. There is no secret beyond this, no higher power outside of your own consciousness. Everything you seek is already yours. The only question is whether you will claim it, whether you will trust in the unseen, whether you will persist in the assumption of your desire fulfilled despite all appearances. The law does not fail. It has never failed. It is always working, always creating in perfect accordance with what you accept as true. So take this knowledge and use it, apply it in your daily life. Dare to assume the best for yourself. Refuse to be moved by doubt, by fear, by the illusions of limitation. Stand firm in your knowing, and the world will yield to your assumption. For nothing is impossible to the one who understands that consciousness is the only reality, and that what is held in consciousness must without fail be expressed in form. Go forth now with confidence, with certainty, with the unwavering belief that you are the operant power, that you are the master of your fate, that all things are possible to you, and as you live in this truth, you will see it unfold in ways beyond your imagining. The world will reshape itself before your very eyes, and you will know beyond all doubt that you have always held the power within you. Use it well, use it deliberately, and watch as life transforms to match the highest vision you dare to assume. There is a hidden power within you, a force so great that it can shape reality itself. It is not found in the stars, nor in the hands of fate, but in the deep well of your own imagination. Whatever you seek, whatever you long for, is already yours, if only you dare to believe it so. The secret is not in waiting, not in hoping, but in knowing. You must live as if the answer has already come, walk as if the path is already clear, and rejoice as if the victory is already won. Faith is not a passive state. It is the most creative act of all. It is the unwavering conviction that what is unseen is more real than what is before your eyes. It is not enough to wish, nor even to pray with longing. One must assume with absolute certainty that what is desired is already present. This is the key, the great mystery that turns dreams into reality. The world you experience is but a reflection of your own inner state. Change that state, and the world around you will move to match it. What would it feel like if your prayers were already answered? If the love you seek was already yours? If the wealth you desire was already in your hands? If the success you long for had already been achieved? Can you summon that feeling now, in this very moment? For if you can, you have unlocked the door. This is not a matter of chance, but of law, an unbreakable principle that governs the unseen forces of life. Believe that it is done and it will be done. Step into the reality of your fulfilled desires and watch as the world bends to meet you there. To truly manifest, you must abandon the old habits of doubt and fear. You cannot ask for something while holding on to the belief that it is out of reach. You cannot pray for abundance while seeing yourself as lacking. You cannot seek love while feeling unworthy of it. The world responds not to your words, but to the state of being you dwell in. The moment you shift your awareness to the fulfillment of your desires, they must materialize. It is not enough to visualize, nor to speak affirmations in an empty ritual. You must embody the feeling of having received. When you close your eyes, do you feel the warmth of love surrounding you? Do you sense the freedom of financial abundance? Do you carry yourself as someone who already possesses all they have asked for? If you do, then the law is in motion. If you do not, then you must persist until the feeling becomes real within you. You must live each moment in the joy and certainty that your desire has already found you. When you wake in the morning, step into the day as the person who already possesses their dream. When you walk, walk as one whose heart is full of gratitude for the answered prayer. When you speak, let your words reflect the truth that it is already done. The universe does not delay in responding. It mirrors your deepest convictions instantly. What you accept as true within will become your truth without. The greatest barrier to manifestation is not the outside world, but the resistance within. Doubt is the voice of a mind still trapped in the illusion of separation from its desire. Fear is the whisper of an old self unwilling to let go of limitations. The mind will argue, it will seek evidence of lack, it will try to convince you that you must struggle. But you must be steadfast. You must refuse to give power to anything but the vision of your fulfilled desire. If you desire love, then be love. If you seek abundance, then radiate abundance in thought and action. If you yearn for success, then carry yourself as one who has already triumphed. The energy you put forth is what you receive in return. This is not a theory nor a philosophy. It is the law by which all things are made manifest. The universe does not play favorites. It simply reflects what you deeply believe to be true. The reason so many fail to see their desires fulfilled is not because they lack the power, but because they surrender to doubt before the miracle unfolds. They plant the seed but dig it up in impatience. They declare their wish, but then undo it with thoughts of fear and lack. The law does not work on hesitation, it works on conviction. You must hold fast to the feeling of the wish fulfilled, unwavering, unshaken, until it hardens into fact. This is not the way of the world, which teaches that you must see before you believe, but in truth you must believe before you see. Your external circumstances are the echoes of your internal state. If you persist in seeing yourself as small, the world will confirm it. If you walk in the assumption of greatness, life will rise to meet you there. There is no force outside of you determining your fate. It is you, always you, shaping your experience by the reality you choose to accept. Do not concern yourself with how things will unfold. The mind, bound by logic and reason, will try to force solutions, will attempt to map out the details, will demand proof. But the great secret is that you do not need to know the how. You need only dwell in the knowing that it is already done. The path will form itself. The means will come in ways you could not have foreseen. the world will shift to accommodate the assumption you have made. Every great transformation in life begins in the unseen. The tree exists within the seed before it breaks through the soil. The masterpiece exists in the artist's mind before the brush ever touches the canvas. The invention is real in the inventor's imagination before it takes physical form. Likewise, your answered prayer is real the moment you claim it as so within you. So, live now as though the dream has already been realized. Rejoice now as though the blessing is already in your hands. Love now as though you are already surrounded by the warmth of everything you have ever wished for. For the truth is, you are. The only thing that stands between you and your desire is the belief that there is a distance at all. Remove that illusion and you will see you were always standing in the midst of your answered prayer. There is no delay in the fulfillment of your desire except the delay you place upon it, with doubt, hesitation, and disbelief. The moment you accept that what you desire is already yours, reality begins to shift in accordance with your belief. But you must not waver. You must not look to the world for validation before you believe, for the world is merely a mirror reflecting back the state you hold within. Every great achievement, every miracle, every transformation has followed this one principle. Live as though it is already done. There is no other path, no secret formula beyond this. Those who have risen from obscurity to greatness did not wait for the world to grant them permission. They assumed their success, they walked in the certainty of their destiny, and the world adjusted to their belief. To live in this way is to move beyond the limitations of the physical senses. The senses will try to deceive you, to tell you that you're still lacking, still waiting, still hoping. But your senses are merely the echoes of past assumptions. They do not define the future unless you allow them to. If you believe only in what you see, you remain bound to what has been. But if you believe in what you have imagined, if you claim it as real, then what has been will dissolve, and what must be will come forth. The law of manifestation is not about effort. It is not about forcing, struggling, or striving. It is about assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled and resting in that assumption. It is about dwelling in the end result, not in the process, not in the obstacles, not in the seeming delays. The moment you shift your focus from longing to knowing, from wishing to being, everything changes. Most people live in the constant state of waiting for a sign, waiting for circumstances to shift, waiting for something outside of them to give them permission to believe. But waiting is nothing more than the absence of faith. To wait is to assume separation from your desire. To wait is to tell the universe that you do not yet have what you seek. And so you remain waiting. But the one who lives as if their prayer is already answered never waits. They move, they speak, they breathe in the certainty that what they have asked for is already theirs. You do not become wealthy by waiting to see money in your hands. You do not become loved by waiting for another to prove their devotion. You do not become healthy by waiting for symptoms to disappear. You become all of these things by assuming them to be true now, by feeling within yourself the joy, the freedom, the peace that comes with already possessing them. If you wish to manifest love, you must first become love. You must carry yourself as though you are already cherished, already adored, already deeply valued. You must not seek love from a place of emptiness, for the world will only reflect that emptiness back to you. Instead, you must embody the fullness of love within yourself, and in doing so, love will be drawn to you effortlessly. If you wish to manifest wealth, you must no longer think in terms of lack, you must no longer speak of struggle nor entertain thoughts of limitation. Even before the physical evidence arrives, you must walk in the consciousness of abundance. You must feel as one who has more than enough, who is generous, who is free. Money is not a thing to be chased, it is a frequency to be aligned with, and that frequency is not one of desperation, but of certainty. If you wish to manifest success, you must no longer dwell in fear or hesitation. You must no longer ask if you are capable, if you are worthy, if you are enough. You must assume the identity of one who has already achieved what they desire. You must move through life with the confidence and authority of someone who knows that their success is inevitable. For as long as you question, you delay. But the moment you claim, the moment you know, the moment you embody your success, it begins to unfold before you. This is not a philosophy of wishful thinking, nor an illusion to escape reality. It is the very nature of creation itself. Every great visionary, every pioneer, every leader throughout history has understood this truth, whether they spoke of it or not. They did not rise by waiting. They did not rise by seeking proof before they believed. They rose because they believed first, and the world had no choice but to conform. The mind will resist this at first. It will say, "But I do not see it yet. How can I act as if it is already done when my senses tell me otherwise?" This is where faith begins. Not blind faith in something outside of you, but faith in your own divine power to create. You must silence the mind's arguments and lean entirely into the feeling of your fulfilled desire. Do not try to force belief. Instead, relax into it. Dwell in it. Let it become so real in your imagination that you can no longer tell the difference between what is seen and what is felt. And when doubts arise, as they inevitably will, do not fight them. Simply return to the feeling of already having what you seek. Do not wrestle with old thoughts, for what you resist you strengthen. Instead, shift your attention back to the reality you choose to inhabit. The more you do this, the more natural it will become. And soon, what was once only imagined will begin to manifest in ways so seamless, so effortless, that it will seem as though it was always meant to be. There is no limitation except the one you impose upon yourself. The universe does not judge your desires, does not weigh them as possible or impossible. It simply reflects back to you what you assume to be true. If you assume limitation, you will see limitation. If you assume abundance, you will see abundance. The choice is always yours. You must take nothing personally in this world, for all of it is simply a projection of the self. If you see lack, look within and ask where you have assumed lack to be true. If you see rejection, ask where you have rejected yourself. If you see struggle, ask where you have believed that struggle is necessary, and then shift, choose anew, assume differently, and watch how quickly the reflection changes. You are not separate from your desires. You are not at the mercy of fate. You are the creator, the master, the divine force shaping every aspect of your reality. And the moment you step into this truth, the moment you claim your power with unwavering certainty, nothing will be withheld from you. Live now as though you already have all that you have asked for. Move now as though every prayer has been answered. Speak now as though you stand in the reality of your fulfilled dreams. And if you do this, truly, fully, completely, then you will never again wonder if manifestation is real. You will know because you will have lived it. There is no waiting in creation, there is only being. To wait implies that your desire is distant, that it exists somewhere outside of you, that time must pass before you can have it. But what if time were an illusion? What if distance were nothing more than a trick of the mind? What if, instead of waiting, you simply stepped into the reality where your desire is already fulfilled? You must understand that the moment you assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, it is done. The world you see, the circumstances you believe to be real, are but the shadows of past assumptions. They have no power except the power you continue to give them. If you wish to step into a new reality, you must withdraw your attention from what is and place it entirely upon what you have declared to be. Look at your life now, at the things you experience daily. Each one of them is the outpicturing of a past belief. Whether consciously or unconsciously, you accepted these circumstances as true, and so they became true. But what was once assumed can be assumed again, differently, with greater intent. And the moment you shift that assumption, reality must shift with you. It is not a matter of hoping or wishing. It is not about asking the universe to grant you something outside of yourself. You are not a beggar at the doorstep of creation. You are the creator, the authority, the one who declares what is real. Do not fall into the illusion that you must earn or prove your worthiness. Worthiness was never in question. The only question is, what will you assume to be true? If you truly believed that your desire was already fulfilled, how would you act? How would you think, speak, move? Would you still worry, still doubt, still second-guess your ability to receive? No. You would carry yourself differently. You would move with confidence, with peace, with a quiet certainty that all is unfolding exactly as it should. This is the state you must occupy, not just for a moment, but persistently, unwaveringly, until it becomes second nature. Your imagination is the blueprint of your reality. What you hold in your mind's eye as real will be made real. There is no exception to this. The only reason so many fail to see their desires manifest is that they continue to waver. One moment they believe, the next moment they question. One day they affirm their desire is done, the next they look for evidence, and finding none, they doubt. This back and forth keeps them stuck in a loop of delay. But you will not do this. You will stand firm. You will live as though the world has already conformed to your desire. You will carry yourself as though your success is inevitable, because it is. You will walk with the knowing that what you have imagined is more real than what you see before you. And in doing so, what you see will change. This is not about pretending. It is not about ignoring reality. It is about choosing which reality you will accept. There are infinite possibilities, infinite versions of you existing right now. The only question is, which version will you align with? The moment you decide, the moment you shift into that state, you will notice the world around you begin to respond. Doors will open where before there were none. People will appear, opportunities will arise, events will unfold in ways you could not have predicted. But they will not come because you chased them. They will come because you became the version of yourself who already has them. They will come because you aligned with the state in which they naturally exist. You are never separate from what you seek. The idea that you must struggle, that you must prove yourself, that you must work tirelessly before you can receive, this is the greatest illusion of all. Creation is finished. Everything you could ever desire already exists. Your only task is to claim it. To claim it means to dwell in the feeling of already having it. It means to let go of needing, longing, or hoping. It means to rest in the absolute certainty that it is done. Do not concern yourself with how it will come to pass. The how is not your responsibility. The moment you try to control the how, you step out of faith and back into doubt. Your only task is to remain in the state of fulfillment. If ever you waver, if ever you feel doubt creeping in, return to the feeling. Remind yourself that the world is only a reflection. Do not be fooled by appearances. They are temporary, malleable, subject to the power of your assumption. And so you must live now as the person who has already received. You must think from the place of your fulfilled desire, not of it. Do not look at your desire as something in the distance. Step into it now. Let it become real within you. If you desire wealth, stop thinking of yourself as someone who is striving for it. Assume the consciousness of wealth now. Feel the freedom, the ease, the confidence that comes with financial abundance. Speak as one who has already received. Do not speak of lack. Do not entertain thoughts of struggle. The more you focus on not having, the more you reinforce the state of lack. If you desire love, cease looking for it outside of yourself. Become the embodiment of love. Feel as though you are already cherished, already adored, already surrounded by deep affection. Carry yourself as one who is already in the perfect relationship, and as you do, love must find you because you have aligned with it. If you desire health, stop identifying with illness. Do not speak of symptoms. Do not dwell in the identity of someone who is unwell. Assume the state of perfect health. Feel yourself whole, strong, vibrant. Your body is a servant to your mind. It will reflect what you assume to be true. There is nothing outside of you that has power over you. No condition, no circumstance, no force greater than your own belief. The only reality that matters is the one you choose to accept. The only truth that exists is the one you declare as real. You may look around and say, "But I do not see it yet." And I tell you, the moment you see it, it is no longer creation. Creation happens in the unseen, in the assumption, in the knowing before the evidence appears. The evidence is always the last to arrive. It is the shadow of the belief that preceded it. Do not be swayed by appearances. Do not let the world tell you what is possible. You are the one who defines possibility. You are the one who shapes the world. If you persist in the feeling of the wish fulfilled, nothing can stop its manifestation. Let go of doubt. Let go of waiting. Let go of the illusion that you must struggle. Step into your power. Step into your knowing. Live now as though everything you have asked for is already here. For if you do, you will soon discover the greatest truth of all, that you were never separate from your desires to begin with, that what you sought was always seeking you, that you were always standing in the midst of your answered prayer, and the moment you finally accept this, the moment you finally believe, the world will have no choice but to bow to your assumption and deliver to you the life you have claimed as your own. There is no force outside of you deciding what you can or cannot have. There is no external power determining when or if your desires will come to pass. The only authority in your world is your assumption, what you accept as real, what you believe without question, what you feel is true even before the evidence appears. This is the key to all manifestation. The moment you truly grasp this, you will stop waiting for life to change and start living as the master of your reality. You must not allow yourself to be moved by appearances. The world you see is not solid, not fixed, not unchangeable. It is fluid, responsive, obedient to your inner state. What you experience today is merely the crystallization of past thoughts, past beliefs, past assumptions. But just as a river flows and changes course, so too can your reality shift the moment you decide it must. Most people believe they are subject to external conditions, that life happens to them, that they must react to whatever is placed before them. But this is a falsehood, an illusion that keeps them bound to circumstances they do not wish to experience. The truth is that life is not happening to you, it is happening through you. You are not here to be a spectator, you are here to be the creator. And so you must decide what you will accept as real. If you continue to see yourself as separate from your desires, you will remain separate from them. If you continue to act as though you are waiting, you will continue to wait. If you continue to seek validation from the external world before you believe, you will remain trapped in the cycle of delay. Instead, you must assume the state of the wish fulfilled. You must live from it, not toward it, not reaching for it, not hoping for it, but from it. This means feeling now as you would feel if your desire were already yours. This means thinking, speaking, and acting in accordance with the reality you have chosen. When you close your eyes, do you feel the joy of already having what you desire? Do you feel the relief, the peace, the certainty? Or do you still feel the longing, the separation, the waiting? If the latter, you must shift. You must make the feeling real within you, for what is real within must become real without. There is no effort required beyond the effort to remain faithful to your assumption. The moment you accept something as true, the world begins to rearrange itself to match that truth. But you must not waver. You must not contradict your assumption with doubt, fear, or hesitation. You must hold fast to your vision, even when the world seems unchanged. Think of the seed planted in the soil. The gardener does not dig it up each day to check if it is growing. He knows that growth is inevitable, that the process is already underway. He trusts that the unseen forces are working to bring forth the harvest. So too must you trust in the unseen power within you. Your assumption is the seed. The moment you plant it in consciousness and nourish it with unwavering belief, it must bear fruit. Do not concern yourself with time. The mind, bound to the illusion of linear progression, will try to impose deadlines, will try to measure progress, will try to dictate how and when things should unfold. But manifestation does not operate on human schedules. It operates according to the law of assumption. which knows only certainty, not time. If you say, I will have this some day, you have placed your desire in the future, and so it will remain in the future. If you say, it is already mine, you claim it in the present, and the present must shift to reflect that claim. Do not wait for the world to change before you change. Change within, and the world will follow. Your emotions are the signal that tells you what state you are in. If you feel anxious, uncertain, doubtful, you are in the state of not having. If you feel calm, fulfilled, grateful, you are in the state of having. And what you persist in feeling, you will inevitably experience. This is why it is not enough to simply visualize or affirm your desire. You must feel it real. You must walk as though it is already done. You must breathe as though the thing you long for has already arrived. The universe does not respond to empty words. It responds to the frequency of your being. If you desire wealth, do not entertain thoughts of lack. Do not count pennies with a sense of desperation. Instead, embody the energy of abundance. Feel as though you have more than enough. Move through life with the certainty that you are financially secure, and as you do, wealth will be drawn to you in ways you cannot predict. If you desire love, do not seek it from a place of loneliness. Do not ask, when will I find someone, for in doing so you affirm that love is missing. Instead, feel as though love is already surrounding you. Carry yourself as one who is cherished, adored, deeply connected. And as you do, love will reveal itself effortlessly. If you desire health, do not identify with illness. Do not speak of symptoms. Do not dwell in the mindset of struggle. Instead, assume the state of perfect well-being. Feel yourself strong, vibrant, whole. Let that feeling become more real to you than anything the senses may suggest. And as you do, the body must align with the new assumption. There is no force outside of you deciding whether or not you are worthy. There is no test you must pass, no permission you must seek. The only requirement is that you believe. And belief is not something you wait for, it is something you choose. When you claim something as yours in consciousness, reality must catch up. When you persist in the assumption, when you refuse to entertain anything but the fulfillment of your desire, when you move as though it is already done, the world has no choice but to reflect your conviction. Many will tell you that change is difficult, that success requires struggle, that you must fight and toil to achieve what you want. But those who say this do not understand the law. They do not realize that effort in the external world is unnecessary when the internal world is aligned. Creation is finished. Everything you could ever desire already exists in potential. Your task is not to force it into being, but to step into the version of yourself where it is already real. And when you do, when you truly accept that you are already living in the reality you desire, the outer world must shift to match it. And so you must not wait another moment. You must not delay your assumption by seeking proof before you believe. The proof will come after you believe. The change will appear after you have assumed it to be real. You must live now in this very moment as though all you have asked for is already yours. You must walk with the assurance that the answer has already been given. You must speak with the confidence of one who knows that their desire has already materialized. You must think, feel, and move in the certainty that the unseen is more real than what is seen. For when you do, when you persist in this state, when you hold firm to your vision with unwavering faith, there will come a moment, sudden, effortless, inevitable, when the world shifts and you will look around and realize that what was once only imagined has become your reality. And in that moment you will know beyond all doubt that you were never separate from your desires, that what you sought was never outside of you, that it was always waiting for you to assume its reality. And the moment you did, it had no choice but to appear. You must not allow your current circumstances to dictate your belief. What you see before you is nothing more than the after-image of old thoughts, old assumptions, old states of being. If you judge reality based on what appears in the moment, you remain trapped. in a cycle of repetition, recreating the same experiences over and over again. But if you dare to look beyond appearances, if you dare to accept that what you assume to be real will become real, then you will understand that nothing is fixed, nothing is beyond your power to change. You must walk each day in the absolute conviction that your desire has already been fulfilled, not tomorrow, not someday, but now. You must speak as one who already possesses all that they have ever longed for. You must carry yourself with the quiet confidence of someone who knows that their dream is not on its way, it has already arrived. The world responds to certainty, not hesitation. If you ask tentatively, if you approach life with an attitude of if only or I hope, then the world will reflect that uncertainty back to you. But if you assume with absolute conviction, if you declare within yourself that it is already done, the world will mold itself to that belief. Your task is not to figure out how your desire will come to pass. That is not your concern. The moment you begin to analyze, to strategize, to question whether it is possible, you introduce doubt, and doubt delays. The how is never your responsibility. Your responsibility is to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled and to remain there undisturbed by appearances, unaffected by time, unwavering in faith. There will be moments when the world seems unchanged, when reality appears to contradict your assumption. But this is merely a test of your persistence. Most people falter here, allowing fear to creep in, allowing old doubts to reclaim their minds, but not you. You will remain steadfast. You will understand that the external world must take time to reflect the shift that has already occurred within you. And so you will stand firm in your knowing, regardless of what the senses may suggest. If you wish to be free, you must think only from the perspective of freedom. If you wish to be loved, you must feel yourself already loved. If you wish to be abundant, you must walk in the state of abundance now, even if the world tells you otherwise. You cannot wait for proof. You cannot wait for evidence before you believe. You must believe first, and the evidence will follow. Do not allow the mind to wander into questions of when or how. These are distractions, obstacles placed before you by an old way of thinking. Instead, anchor yourself in the feeling of already having received. Live in that feeling so completely that it becomes your new normal. Let it be the first thing you feel upon waking and the last thing you feel before sleep. Let it be so real to you that the world has no choice but to conform. Most people fail to manifest because they attempt to hold two conflicting states at once. They affirm their desire while still identifying with its absence. They speak of abundance while still feeling lack. They visualize success while still fearing failure. And in doing so, they remain in limbo, neither moving forward nor remaining still. You must not make this mistake. You must choose one state and abide in it fully. You are not bound by past failures, by former limitations, by old stories you have told yourself. At any moment you can step into a new state. You can release every doubt, every fear, every lingering sense of unworthiness, and you can claim your birthright as the creator of your reality. The power has always been yours. The only thing required is that you accept it. Creation is not about force. It is not about effort. It is not about struggling to make something happen. It is about relaxing into the knowing that it is already done. It is about surrendering to the truth that what you have imagined is as real as anything you can touch, hear, or see. It is about moving with the assurance that the world is already aligning itself to match your assumption. There is nothing to chase, there is nothing to earn, there is nothing to prove. You need only be. Be the person who has already received. Be the one who no longer questions. Be the one who no longer waits. The moment you step into that being, the moment you take that identity as your own, the world will shift to confirm it. If you wish to see a change in your life, you must first become that change. If you want to experience joy, you must become joy. If you want to experience love, you must become love. If you want to experience success, you must become success. The external world will never give you what you are unwilling to assume as already yours. You must not waver when others question you. You must not look to the world for reassurance. The world will always reflect back to you what you most deeply believe. If you demand proof before you assume, you will wait forever. But if you assume without needing proof, proof will come. There is no difference between the great and the ordinary except in what they accept as true. The great do not wait for the world to confirm their success. They assume it, and the world falls into place. They do not ask whether they are worthy. They know they are, and the world mirrors that knowing. They do not hope for opportunities. They expect them, and so they appear. You must do the same. You must rise each day in the certainty that your dream is already real. You must act not from a place of wanting, but from a place of already having. You must speak not as one who hopes, but as one who knows. And when the world begins to shift, when the people, the circumstances, the opportunities begin to move in ways you could never have predicted, you will not be surprised, you will not be in awe, you will not marvel at the sudden transformation. You will simply nod in quiet assurance, knowing that it could never have been any other way. For you will have understood the greatest truth of all, that life has never been happening to you, it has always been responding to you. And now you finally know how to command it. You are the master of your reality. There is no external power, no unseen force deciding your fate. The only law that governs your life is the law of assumption. What you believe to be true must become true. There is no exception, no loophole, no special circumstance that can override this law. It is absolute, unwavering, and always working, whether you realize it or not. Look at the life you are living now. Every event, every relationship, every condition is a reflection of what you have previously assumed to be true. Whether consciously or unconsciously, you have accepted certain beliefs, and the world has dutifully mirrored them back to you. If you have experienced struggle, it is only because, at some level, you have accepted struggle as part of your story. If you have faced rejection, it is because you have unknowingly assumed yourself to be someone who can be rejected. If you have lived in lack, it is because you have believed in lack. But just as easily as you once assumed struggle, rejection, or lack, you can assume ease, love, and abundance. The power to write your story is always in your hands. It does not take time. It does not require effort. It requires only that you shift your awareness, that you step into the state of already having that which you desire. Most people go through life allowing circumstances to dictate their state of mind. They wait for things to change before they allow themselves to feel joy, success, or fulfillment. But this is backward. The world does not change first, you do. The moment you decide that you are already the person you wish to be, the moment you dwell so deeply in that state that it becomes your natural way of being, the world will have no choice but to reflect it back to you. You must stop thinking of your desires and start thinking from them. There is a vast difference between the two. To think of your desire is to see it as something separate, something distant, something you must still work toward. But to think from your desire is to assume it is already yours. It is to feel the relief, the satisfaction, the absolute knowing that what you have wished for is already a part of your reality. What would it feel like if you already had everything you have ever asked for? Close your eyes and dwell in that feeling. Let it take over your being. Let it replace every doubt, every fear, every thought of separation. For as long as you remain in that state, it must manifest. The world must shift to match your new assumption. Do not waver. Do not let appearances deceive you. If you plant a seed in the ground, you do not dig it up the next day to see if it is growing. You trust that the process is unfolding, that unseen forces are at work bringing your vision to life. So too must you trust in the power of your own assumption. The moment you claim something as yours, it is yours. The world may take time to catch up, but your only task is to remain faithful to your new reality. This is not wishful thinking. This is not pretending. This is the truth of how creation works. Everything you experience is the direct result of your state of being. Change the state, and the experience must change with it. Most people make the mistake of reacting to the world instead of creating it. They see lack and assume it is real. They see obstacles and assume they must fight against them. But the wise do not react, they create. They assume the feeling of already having what they desire, and they let the world rearrange itself accordingly. You must do the same. If you desire wealth, stop affirming that it is coming and start assuming that it is already here. If you desire love, stop seeking it outside of yourself and start embodying the feeling of already being loved. If you desire health, stop identifying with illness and start dwelling in the certainty of perfect well-being. And when the world begins to change, when circumstances shift, when opportunities arise, when what once seemed impossible suddenly unfolds effortlessly before you, you will not be surprised. You will not doubt. You will not marvel at your own power. You will simply nod, knowing that it could never have been any other way. For you will have lived as though your desire was already yours, and in doing so, you will have made it so. There is nothing more to seek, there is nothing more to wait for. There is only the assumption, the unwavering belief, the feeling of already being the person you wish to be. And once you step into that state fully, completely, without hesitation, the world will yield to you. It will reshape itself in your image. It will bring to you all that you have claimed as yours. Because the greatest secret is this: you were never separate from your desires. They have always been within you, waiting for you to assume them as real. And the moment you do, they will be. You now hold the key. You now understand that the world is not something you must struggle against, not something you must beg for, not something you must wait on. The world is your mirror, reflecting back only what you assume to be true. So, what will you assume from this moment forward? Will you continue to see yourself as someone who is waiting, longing, hoping? Or will you step boldly into the knowing that everything you desire is already yours? Will you walk as one who has already received, who no longer questions, who no longer seeks, but simply is? This is your moment of decision. This is the moment where you stop letting life happen to you and start commanding it from within. Live now as though all your prayers have been answered. Move now as though the reality you once dreamed of is already here. Breathe now as though nothing is missing, as though nothing has ever been missing. For the truth is, nothing ever was. You were never separate from your desires. You were never unworthy. You were never powerless. You were always the creator, the authority, the force that shapes reality itself. And now, knowing this, you can never go back to living as though you are anything less. Go forth not in hope, but in certainty. Go forth not as a seeker, but as one who is already found. Go forth and live as if God has already answered, because He has.